What if the NES was a mech? I recently dug out my old NES and it felt like the perfect subject for a new drawing. What's up, squad? I'm Dan, a 20-year professional illustrator, mech enthusiast, and lover of all things nerd culture. Today, I'm challenging myself to create a robotic character inspired by the forms, colors, and graphics found on the original NES. Let's start with a bit of history about the system. After the US video game crash in the early 80s, the NES basically carried the gaming industry out of the rubble. This was thanks in part to its overall quality and, for the time, modern, almost brutalist design. Staying true to these design principles, I purposely kept the mech's forms boxy and industrial. I also wanted to make sure I included details on the character that can be found on the system's accessories, like the controller, the zapper, and the cartridges. As I start inking this character, let's talk about a few of the design choices I made. I knew I wanted a clear NES reference for the head, and the game cartridge slot stood out to me. It's iconic to the system and gives the mech a unique profile. Next up, system accessories. For the arms, I borrowed design elements like the Zapper's signature barrel and the controller connection ports. Since these accessories are fully wired, I also made sure to include that detail. This helps to tie the character to the same analog era as the NES. Wrapping this section up, let's take a look at the armor plating. The shapes mirror the blocky form of the game cartridges and include those horizontal grooves that made the hardware so distinctive. On the main part of the console, those grooves are actually vents and prevent overheating. I thought that could be a nice feature to be used in key areas in this design, like a built-in heat exhaust to manage all the power running through it. On to color. Nintendo chose the gray, red, and black palette intentionally. Their goal was to make the system feel like a premium home device, more like a VCR than a toy. That decision was a big shift from Nintendo's earlier, more colorful consoles. By going with grays, they were trying to signal that this wasn't just for kids, this was a serious piece of hardware. For my design, I stuck with that original palette. Light and dark grays for the body, while red comes in sparingly. The goal was to place the red accents at key focal points across the character. This guides the viewer's eye, highlighting design features and adds just enough contrast to break up the grays. We're going to finish this character off with a highlight pass. This step helps separate forms, call out glossy surfaces like on the Zapper, and add fun effects like pops of electricity. With those details done, all that's left to do is take a look at the final art. Thanks for checking out my NES-inspired mech. If you enjoyed seeing this design come together, hit those like and subscribe buttons. New art videos on your favorite nerd culture topics come out weekly, but in the meantime, check out this recent video on screen now. Thanks again, and I'll catch you in the next one.